Welcome back to Star Wars Rebellion. We're into the refresh phase of turn 2. And so the first thing we need to do is retrieve our leaders. We have our leaders out here on the board. But we will not be retrieving Princess Leia. She has been captured by us, the evil Empire. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take all the leaders off the board, place them back in the leader pool. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Alright, returning off the board for the Rebel Alliance. Of course, we have Dudana, we've got Mon Mothma, General Raken, and we have Landal Calrissian. Of course, Princess Leia is staying on the board because she's been captured at Corellia, and she's going to be staying there maybe for a while. Alright, let's take the Empire's leaders off the board. We'll take a quick look at them. And coming off the board for our team, we have Tage, Palpatine, Vader, Tarkin, and Boba Fett. Of course, since these are our missions, we'll be looking at these in a second here. Once we get into the next phase, the assignment phase, that's pretty much a while from now. So now we're going to be drawing missions. So each player, I do believe, draws 2 missions into their hand, and you have to discard down to 10. So we're going to start, well, we're not going to start because we're not going to see anything. So the Rebel Alliance has their mission deck. They're going to grab a couple of missions. We're not going to know what they are until they go ahead and play them. And so I'll take a look at them later for the Rebel Alliance. But we, as the Empire, get to draw 2 missions. So a couple missions for us. Let's take a quick look at what we got. We got Homing Beacon. I need my glasses. Of course. Alright, let's take a look here. So the Homing Beacon, if this will focus nicely for us. Attempt against a captured leader. Ooh, successful. This leader is rescued. Oh, this is for us. If we had a captured Imperial leader, Rebel leaders place this leader in the system in the Rebel space region. Okay, well, I don't know. We haven't got anything on captured. I guess the Rebels can capture us as well. Ooh, carbon freezing. Attempt against a captured leader. If successful, attach the carbonite ring to that leader. The Rebel player loses 1 reputation. Leader is considered captured when rescued. Oh man, we can put Princess Leia in carbonite. That would be cool. Alright, so those are the 2 missions. So we have a total now of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 9 missions. So we don't have to discard anything down. Alright, next up in the phase is going to be launch the probe droids. So we're going to see where the Rebel base is not. Our probe droids are going to be reporting in. Alright, so our little probe droids have been out there in the galaxy trying to find the Rebel base. We're going to take the top 2 cards off the probe deck, and we're going to see where the Rebel base is not. It is not at Utapau. And Utapau, if I'm saying it correctly, is way up here. So we're going to take a little crystal. I'm going to place it on the board. We know the Rebel base is not there. It's just off camera, so you can't see that. And the next place we know it is not is Magito. And Magito, I believe, is, where is it? It's right here. Again, of course, it's just off the side. So we're going to take, I'm using little fish tank crystals to designate where they are not. So we keep these handy so we know where the Rebel base isn't. So that's a couple more planets we know we don't need to get to. We might want them for resources. So yeah, let's take just a super quick look at each of them and we'll see what they are. So way up here in the top right-hand corner of our board, we have Utapau, and that's, I put the crystal there. So it's got some pretty awesome build abilities. If we can ever get over there as the Empire and subjugate it and or turn it to our loyalty, we'll be getting some pretty good builds there. Let's take one quick look at Magito. And of course I'm butchering the names. What do you expect? So this is another super good build spot, but we know the Rebel base is not there. Okay. That was our probe droids. Now we are going to draw an objective for the Rebel Alliance. Alright, so the Rebel Alliance has a huge deck at the top left-hand corner of the board. They're going to be drawing an objective. It's a number 1 objective. Again, we will not be seeing it as the Empire player, but they do now have another objective. And objectives are the way that they increase their reputation on the track, getting it over closer to the turn marker if the 2 markers meet. And we have not found and destroyed or taken over the Rebel base, then yes indeed the Rebel player will win the game. Okay, that was your objective. So now we are going to advance the time marker. Did I forget the recruit phase? I feel like I forgot recruiting leaders, but oh no, that happens when we move the time marker. So we're going to go ahead and move the time marker right now. Alright, so the time marker is going to move one space. It has not run into the rebel marker yet, and we do have the one icon here, so we're not building anything this turn, but we are going to be recruiting a new leader for the Rebel Alliance and a new leader for the Empire. So we're going to take a look at the top two cards off the leader decks, of the action deck I should say, and see which leaders they have to choose from. And likewise, we're going to be doing the same thing for the Empire. Actually, we're not going to see what we're going to for the Rebels. They're just going to pick one. But for the Empire, we're going to have to take a look at who we have to recruit and who we want to recruit. All right, so for the Rebel Alliance, they have chosen Chewbacca. So he's got 3 strength. He has 1 for space combat, 1 tactics card, space combat, 2 for ground combat. Wow, he's got as many fists as Darth Vader, so he's one tough cookie, or one tough Wookiee, I guess. And yes, so that is now the leader pool for the Rebel Alliance. And we're going to pull 2 cards off of our action deck, and then we're going to have a look and see who we can recruit and who we want to. Alright, so we're going to get out our action deck. We have 2 cards, and let's take a look and see who we can recruit. And so let's have a look here. And again, we're just playing the basic game, so we're not using the text on the cards. So we either have, looks like Veer, and who is this other guy? Is that Piet or something? Alright, that's 1 card, and ooh, we have Grievous, I think, something like that. So these are our options. So let's get them out and see what they have for stats. Alright, so here are 3 upstanding citizens that we want to have into our Empire leader pool. So we have I'm kind of looking at, oh, I like Pratt for his space battle. 3. Piet, he's 1 strength, 2 infiltration. Infiltration, negotiation, or just strength. Wow. They got Chewbacca, which was all strength. I'm not sure. I think we're going to take 1. Let's go ahead and take Piet because he can be used to deploy ships, and he can also go on infiltration missions, and he's a little bit of strength. Not much negotiation, but we already have Vader, Palpatine with negotiation. So we're going to go ahead and dump these guys off, and we're going to pick Piet. He's going to join our leader pool. Alright, so our leader pool looks like this now. Pretty awesome lineup. Okay, so we have basically done the recruit icon, and next would be build icon. We didn't have the build icon, so we're going to go directly into deploying units. So everything's going to slide down the Q1, and we're going to be deploying any units that move from the 1 space off the board. Alright, as you can see on the build queue, it's all Empire this time. So these guys, we have a TIE Fighter, an Assault Carrier, a Stormtrooper are going to go off the board. The Imperial Star Destroyer and the TIE Fighter are going to come down here, and the Super Star Destroyer goes into position 2. So we have to deploy these units. We can put 2 units in any 1 location. So we have a TIE Fighter, Heavy Assault Carrier, and a Trooper. Let's figure out where we want to place them out on the board. Alright, so first up we're going to shore up the system with a Stormtrooper here at Corellia. So we're going to put a Stormtrooper in there. I don't think we're going to use we're not going to put the TIE Fighter or the Assault Carrier there because we're not going to bother. So let's figure out where we're going to put the TIE Fighter and Assault Carrier. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put the Assault Carrier here at Coruscant because I want to be able to move 2 of these units out in different locations. We've got to start spreading out in the galaxy and crushing the Rebel Alliance, of course. So we just have 1 TIE Fighter to put out on the board, and that'll be it for the deployment phase. Ah yes, what's a Death Star without an absolute massing swarm of TIE Fighters about it? So now we have the Death Star, and the Death Star actually has 2, 4, 5 TIE Fighters accompanying it. I like that. So yeah, there we go. So that's it for a deployment phase. And that's the actual end of turn 2. So we're going to, I think, end off the episode by just going ahead and setting up for the next episode, which will be the Rebels are going to set up their leaders on missions, and then we're going to decide what we want to do for our leaders on missions. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so the Rebel Alliance has left Landau, Calrissian, and Riken here back in the leader pool, I guess, to either move troops or shore up if the Imperials attack them. We have Naduna, Mon Mothma, and Chewbacca out on missions. Of course, we don't know what the missions are. All right, let's take a look at our missions, and we're going to start assigning leaders to them for the Imperials, and that will wrap up our episode for today. All right, so once again, let's recap the missions. We have Carbonite, Freezing, Strength. They've got pretty much no one to resist us. Attempt against a captured leader. That'll be Princess Leia. If successful, attach a Carbonite ring to the leader and the rebel player loses a reputation. The leader is considered captured. When rescued, discard the attachment ring. So we can actually capture another one because we can Carbonite freeze a leader as well as... I think we're going to go ahead and do that. We need a leader with 3 strength. It's either Darth Vader or Boba Fett. I think we're going to go ahead with Boba Fett. And he's going to go ahead and do that mission. So, boom! And we also have a homecoming beacon is not attempt against a captured leader. Successful leader is rescued. That would be for us. The rebel player must place this leader in any system in the rebel bases. This is ours. Why is this ours? But anyway, the rebel player must place this leader in the system in the rebel bases region. Okay, so it basically takes them out of commission. We're not going to do that one. Display. I like this. Attempt any popular system except gain 2 loyalty in the system. You know what? Palpatine is going to go ahead and do that. We're going to try and rectify the Mon Calamari situation with Palpatine. And we can actually assign 2 leaders to one mission. We could also throw Vader in there, or maybe Tarkin. Or even we could move Piet over there. Oh no, he does not have the requisite ability. But anyway, we could throw in have 4 dice to make sure. They don't have much to oppose us, though. They don't have much opposition. We're not going to worry about it. Capture a rebel operative. We can go ahead and try and capture another rebel operative. We have Vader that could do that. That would leave us 3 leaders. Trading attempting popular system gain loyalty in the system. Could have Vader go and do that. Oversee oh, this one I kind of wanted to do. And it's resolved in any system that contains an Imperial unit and no rebel units. Choose one Imperial unit on space 1 or 2 of the build queue and deploy it to this system. Oh, hell yes, we're doing that. We're going to do that, and we're going to take... Tarkin's going to go ahead and do that. He's going to get that Super Star Destroyer out on the board, I think. We have Gather Intel, which I rather like as well. Attempt in any system. Again, not much opposition. And we would narrow down where the rebel base is. Research and development. Rule by fear. We could have Vader do this. Popular system if can't contain a loyalty. We could take a subjugated system, make it loyal by having Vader threaten them. You know, we're going to do that. We're going to do that, I think, in Sulust. So we're going to have Vader go and do that. Now, we don't have much resistance for their missions. Or should we hang on to stuff? You know, we're going to hang on to Vader. We're going to hang on to this mission. And I think that's all we're going to do. So we're doing 3 missions. We've got 3 leaders hanging back. So once again, we'll recap our missions. So we have Piet, Tage, and Vader hanging back. They can all activate ships and systems, which is good. And let's take a look at our other ones. So super quick recap. We have Boba Fett here is going to be do carbon freezing, possibly a display of power for Palpatine, and overseeing the project. We're going to get the Super Star Destroyer out in the system with Tarkin. All right, we're going to zoom out. We're going to wrap up our episode for today. All right, so that's going to wrap up our episode for today. Relatively short. We know what's coming up next episode. We're going to get right back into we're going to be starting the command phase. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, and likes. This is Star Wars Rebellion. We're playing as the Empire with the Rebels with hidden information. We've got quite a few systems now using little fish tank crystals to designate which systems are definitely not the Rebel base, so we don't need to spread out there and try and do anything. But we have a lot of stuff we can do next time. So thanks so much, and we'll see you then. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Again, I'm having a difficult time getting these series videos out because I have personal stuff going on at the moment that's eating up lots of time. And of course, I'm working a lot because people are on vacation now. So yeah, so thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next episode of Star Wars Rebellion. We're playing as the Empire. And right at the end of the episode, you know what? We are going to do one more mission. And I kind of missed it, and I don't know why I missed it, but I should have been thinking about it. The system that has Princess Leia imprisonated, we're going to go ahead and take research and development because we can remove a sabotage marker from the system and draw a project card. So we are going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to get our good friend here, Tage, to go ahead and do that. So we're doing 4 missions now Just wanted to clarify that at the end of the episode. So thanks so much. We'll see you next time. Star Wars Rebellion. We're playing the Empire.